Hello everybody and welcome to World's Strongest Man from Bradenton, Florida, specifically McKegney Field, Lecon Park, home of the Marauders. Few things say America, quite like baseball of course, but this winter there's another group of athletes here in town for our very own World Series of Strongman. It's Heat 2 today, top of the second for you baseball fans, and it features some pretty interesting pitchers and one giant who's looking to beat the Yankees.
I love strongman, it's just because it's the ultimate. It's been 10 years of kind of hard graft since I started strongman. I feel like I'm in a really good place. I've talked about the mental side of strongman quite a bit, and you know, I got to a point a couple of years ago where I was at Europe's Strongest Man and my head wasn't in it. I wasn't meant to be prepared for the show, I didn't want to be there. We were all lining up and we were having our names announced, and yeah, I just wasn't ready to compete, and my performance showed that year. I went away, I got enlisted the work of a really good sports psychologist, and we just worked on, you know, my kind of mental aspect of the game, looking at my strengths, my weaknesses, you know, how I prepared, etc. And that really set me up for making the final at World's Strongest Man and then winning Britain's Strongest Man. You know, I definitely feel that doing those sessions and working out how to control my emotions and staying calm under pressure, you know, it was hugely important in a competition as physically and mentally demanding as World's Strongest Man, and dealing with the pressure of that title at Brits. Mental game has changed now. I'm not there to complete, I'm there to compete. It's been 10 years of kind of hard graft since I started strongman. The driving force for obviously putting myself all through this and making these sacrifices to win. You know, it's plain and simple. I want to win World's Strongest Man. I've won Britain's Strongest Man now, and I want to get that title and that prestige of winning, you know, calling myself the strongest man in the world. And it's something that I want to achieve, and when I want to achieve something, I'll do everything I can to achieve it.
Woo! Adam Bishop, who finished 9th in last year's competition, probably got about a 75% chance of bettering that this year, although that is a ballpark figure. He's not the only Brit we've got coming up in Heat 2, because alongside Adam is a veritable legend of the sport, the one they call the Miracle Man.
You know, just easy going.
I have to say, he looks every inch a strong man, bristling with muscles.
Since growing up as a kid, I always wanted to be strong.
Hamstring there, has to be something like that. He's not going to give up easy. It must have been a bad injury.
Well, talk about mood music. But Adam Bishop squeezes through. Because after that, Adam Bishop's sensible approach paid off. 6 stones in 53.04, and Shivlyakov, well, due to injury, doesn't make it through. And that means, of course, well, going through to the final, Kevin Ferris and Britain's Adam Bishop.
Adam Bishop, how's your luck? An hour ago, you were heading home, and now you're in the final because you took the chance with some tremendous stone lifting.
Yeah, I guess my luck's changed. I feel like I've had quite a bit of bad luck in the first 4 events of this group, which turned out to be a really tough one. But yeah, I'm very fortunate I got the chance to do the stone off and kind of took it, you know, the ball both of the horns. So yeah, happy days.
Bish, you've had a pretty tough group, to be fair, with tough events. I think the final events are actually going to suit you a lot better. So let's put everything aside. How do we think we're going to do in the final now? Yeah,
the slate's clean now, and obviously we're here for the final. And like you say, I'm more excited about the events of the final, especially that 18-inch deadlift. So yeah, it's kind of full steam ahead. We get to forget about everything that's happened over the last couple of hours and crack on.
Excellent. Many congratulations, Adam. That's 2 for 2 now for British hopes. We've got another big one coming up in our third group of athletes, which is Tom Stoltman. He'll be coming out next time out on World's Strongest Man in a fascinating group of competitors. That wraps it up for this time, though. And to take us out, it's over to Colin and Danny.
Well, thanks, James. We will take you out. Not in a romantic sense, and not in a hitman sense either. But we leave you with this. Colin, do the honours.
Danny, it's time for a montage.
Strongest Man 2020 continues tomorrow at 7. With its classic lines and unforgettable characters, we pay tribute to Britain's favourite sitcom. We Love Only Fools and Horses is brand new at 9.